Tokugawa period travel. At the end of the long period of civil war, the Tokugawa clan rose in 1603 as the strongest political family in Japan. The Tokugawa ruled Japan from 1603 to 1868, a period known as the Great Peace. The first Tokugawa ruler, or shogun, created a new capital in Edo, today's Tokyo. To centralize power and show authority over daimyo, the Tokugawa shogunate created and enforced social laws. These laws were based in part on Confucian ideals of the well-ordered society and part on wise political strategy. The Tokugawa government required daimyo to travel from their domains to Edo every other year to pay tribute to the shogun. The daimyo thus lived in their domains one year and in Edo the next. Their wives and children were required to stay in Edo. This tactic, known as alternate attendance, helped keep the peace and control the daimyo's wealth and power. Because the daimyo never stayed for more than 1 year in their domains, they were unlikely to unite with neighboring daimyo against the Tokugawa government. The daimyo's attendants, samurai who traveled with him, were required to leave their families in the domain. The cost of maintaining 2 elaborate homes, one in the country and the other in Edo, and of traveling back and forth to Edo with a large group of samurai attendants, reduced the daimyo's wealth. The continual movement of daimyo and their attendants from the countryside to Edo required a network of highways and waterways linking the main cities of Edo, Kyoto, and Osaka, as well as smaller cities and towns along the way. The Tokugawa government maintained 5 major highways. The Tokaido Road, which linked the ancient capital Kyoto and the new capital Edo, was one such highway. As they traveled the highways, the daimyo processions, often numbering in the hundreds of people, stopped to eat and rest at tea houses, restaurants, and inns that catered to the travelers. Thus, the daimyo processions helped to grow local markets and regional specialties of food, drinks, arts, and crafts. Travelers from the domains brought information, souvenirs, and regional artwork to Edo. They also spread information, art, and souvenirs of Edo on their return journey to the provinces. By the middle and late Tokugawa period, common people also traveled the network of roads linking the cities and countryside. Because of the demand for skilled builders and craftspeople to build services to the daimyo and their attendants in Edo, people moved along the system of roads from the countryside into the capital. Agricultural and other goods produced for sale in the countryside moved along roads and waterways into Edo and other cities. In addition, common people traveled along the major roads to visit shrines and palaces of religious importance all over Japan. One result of the increasing travel throughout the Edo period was that people were connected. People who formerly had been isolated in villages and small towns had chances to travel and to interact with travelers. Changes taking place in cities were taken to other areas by travelers. In turn, people across Japan began to feel more connected and recognized that they shared a common culture.